Tina says she's gonna start me out as a 3. Hey everybody, how's it going? I'm on my way to Mickey's Q's and Brews here in Las Vegas, Nevada. I'm going to be meeting up with Tina Moden. She is the owner of Tap Las Vegas. And this coming season, I'm going to be joining Tap on Monday night, starting on January 7th. And I'm going to go meet with her and ask her some questions, and she's going to tell me about Tap and 8 Ball and the rules and all the things that since all the different leagues have different rules, I wanted to find out straight from the horses. I don't want to call horses, straight from Tina's mouth. She's going to basically explain to me their rules, the Tap rules and everything. So I'm looking forward to that. And in the meantime, we're going to go there. We're going to shoot a little bit together, and I kind of have a feeling that she's kind of shooting with me to kind of feel out how I shoot, and then she's gonna decide on my ranking. I do know that usually they start you out as a 4, but because of my recordings, I don't think that she's gonna start me out as a 4. I wish and I hope, but it's not gonna happen. So we'll see what happens with that. Yesterday I practiced a lot of pool, like 11 hours of pool. With my buddy John LaRue. He just moved here from Pittsburgh, and he's actually joining my team. I shot with him. Great guy, very fun, and he's a good stick. So it's going to be fun having him on the team. I shot about 11 hours yesterday, and man, I could hardly get up today. My back was just sore. I did find out one thing yesterday. I'm a decent 9-ball player, but my 8-ball game skills is way below what I expect and how I should be shooting. So I got to really figure out the pattern play of 8-ball. You know, I know that I think they're allowed to use jump sticks, so I really got to practice my jump stick since APA doesn't allow that. So we'll basically find out all the rules from Tina right now on our way. I'll tell you what, I'm going to do, me and Lil Mike sometime this week is going to be recording session 10, the session in training 10. I'm going to be a little bit selfish on that one because there's things I need to work on myself, and if I have to use a jump stick like that and how to break on 8-ball, it's going to be basically about 8-ball. Since Lil Mike is the 2017 National 8-Ball Tap champion, and that's where I first met him. And if you guys haven't seen that video, go back and watch it. There were some great videos. The quarterfinal, I recorded the quarterfinal, the final, and the quarterfinal, the semifinal, and the final match. And the quarterfinal and the final match, man, they were good. You should really watch that. So I'm gonna have him teach me how to play 8-ball, and not just how to play 8-ball, but how to play it well. So let's head over there and let's go see Tina. Look at that. Remember that, guys?
Okay, look, my face is numb. Well,
How are you?
it's like sore, but not numb.
Hello,
I'm good.
how are you?
Good, how are you?
Well, so disclaimer, Tina just came back from the dentist and she has a numb lip, so if she's drooling on the table,
Right, then
you know why.
That's why. Sounds like a lot of work on your part.
You know what it is? You know what? Nobody really knows how much work it goes into. Like one of my videos, for one day for me to edit and everything, I have to drown out like the cuss words and all that stuff because I'm a family-friendly YouTube channel. It takes between 5 to 7 hours. Yeah, it's a lot of work because you got to edit it, then you got to render it. Rendering takes like 3-4 hours, and then you got to upload it and all that stuff, and then make a cover for it and all that stuff. It does take a lot of time.
So do you want to play a match?
You know what? Let's do it.
All right. So let's play Tap Rules.
Okay,
and
good.
We'll get to talk about that, and then let's play a race like we were like handicap race.
Okay.
At
So
least attempt to go in that direction.
so this is Tina. I don't know if you say hi to everybody. Tina says she's gonna start me out as a 3.
Yeah, right. Actually, I think you'll start as a 6.
A what?
Yeah, because I looked at the conversion chart last night, and you'll start as a 6.
Okay.
I'm guessing you'll probably settle somewhere between 5 and 6, but I'll know more after this match.
Okay.
So I am 4 in tap, so
Okay.
the 4 and 6 conversion
Uh-huh.
is a 3-5 race.
Here's the issue. I played yesterday. I played 11 hours yesterday.
Oh God, so you're
And you know what? My back hurts. I couldn't sit up this morning. It literally hurt.
I know you were here.
I didn't even know
I
you
guess.
guys. I didn't even know you guys left because we were playing on that table over there. By the way.
Yeah, I saw you guys playing when I left, and I was just like, good night.
Yeah. So it was. Yeah. It's painful this morning.
Yeah. Last 2 days session, everything's really kind of going a little crazy right now, but it's all good. So.
Cool. All right. So I got a question. A real quick question. Racking, just one stripe on any corner and 2 solids, or 2 stripes and 1
Just
solid.
stripe solid, 8 in the middle. That's only.
8 in the middle. That's all we
Yeah,
need.
it doesn't matter what's on the head pin.
8 ball goes in on the break.
It's a win if you don't scratch.
If I don't scratch, and you don't have to call that, but all the other balls have to be called, right?
That's right.
Okay.
And if you make the 8 and you scratch, you lose
Okay.
that game. So I'll put my cue-
Can you use a jump stick?
Yes.
So
Jump
now-
sticks are strongly encouraged.
So I have to learn how to use a jump stick.
Me too.
Really? You still don't?
Well,
See, I never
no.
used it because I play APA, and APA don't allow you
Right.
to use jump sticks, so I've never really learned it. Just a quick background with. I met Tina about 15 months ago, back in the 2017 TAPS Nationals, right?
That's right,
You remember?
yes,
And
yes.
she loaned me her battery to charge on
That's
my
right.
phone to record my little Mike's his final match because my phone was running out. And it was like 2 a.m. or something like that.
Mike won the championship.
The quarterfinals was his best match.
Yeah, that's what you're saying. Yeah, it was good. There was a lot of really good points. Ooh, you almost got that 8 on the break.
Did I?
Headed. Yes, it was going in that path, and then.
So I make a ball. Until I solidify, it doesn't matter, right? I can
That's
pick
right.
anything I want.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's choice.
Choice. All right.
So as far as the skill levels go, it's 2 through 7. 2s are allowed unlimited timeouts.
Wow.
Meaning from the sideline. So basically it's unlimited coaching. Let me rephrase that, because a timeout is when you come to the table and say da da da. But if your coach is sitting on the sideline watching this thing that you play, you can say you could take the 2 right now, or whatever the situation is, for 2s only. And then for 3 through 7, they get 2 timeouts, unless you're in a national tournament, and then it's just 1.
Gotcha.
And that's per record.
And does it have to be by one of your teammates?
Yeah, you have to have a designated coach. I mean, you can designate at the time of the timeout, but yeah, once you designate a coach, that's who your coach is. If I get a chance.
Oh, you will.
Here we go, just wait.
So happy for you. Oh, that 13's over the line too.
There you go.
All right, I got a chance.
Yeah, I didn't know how bad my 8-ball game was until yesterday. Yeah, that guy John from Pittsburgh, my teammate come, he's good. He's pretty decent.
Yeah, seems like a real nice guy.
He's a real nice guy.
7. Oh, jeez, it's terrible. No, that's great. I'm gonna give you lots of chances. So yeah, this week has been all about, like yesterday was the end of the session for 2 divisions, and so now I'm just finding out what they want, the winners, if they want $100 bonus cash, or if they want $150 worth of shirts, team shirts, or if they want team photo plaques. They, really can pick, or trophies. So we have 4 options.
Can I sign up with you today, my team? Or
Yeah,
something? Okay.
in fact, I'd like that. I have a form.
We have a team name that we're bringing in from APA. It's called Just Because.
Just because.
Just Because, and we have t-shirts and everything.
Oh, fantastic. I like this because
Just Because.
we have a just enough right now.
Just enough.
Just enough. All right, let's see if I can make a ball here.
How's your family doing? Is your daughter getting better at pool?
Yeah, she played at Nationals last year.
Oh.
Well, last month.
Does she enjoy
In
pool?
Chicago. She does. She takes it pretty serious too.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, my daughter's just not there yet.
Yeah.
You know what she does right now? She plays Fortnite.
Really long.
That
Oh,
that
yeah,
game
yeah,
that
yeah.
everybody's playing. And I'll tell you what, she's pretty good
Yeah.
at it.
The kids are such gamers these days. I'm getting an extension here rather than a bridge.
So you could switch cues anytime.
Well, I don't think there's any rule about switching cues, no, because you can use a jump and everything. So.
Okay.
I mean, obviously, how is that going to really give you an advantage?
Well, if you get to the higher ranked people, they have different tips on their cues.
Yeah.
For certain shots, if they want to draw harder.
Why
or
not give them
longer.
the advantage to actually try to
Right,
make it?
right.
Use the tools that are available to you rather than cripple you.
Does TAP allow pros to play in it?
If someone is making more than 50% of their income from pool, then no.
Okay.
Yeah, that would be a professional. So no, not professional. Which I don't think anybody really makes a living playing pool anymore.
That's true. Not much, huh?
Too long. I mean, tough. Try 6 ball.
I was talking to my subscribers and my viewers about that, and it's just really, really sad about that, how the pool players can't really make, a lot of them that good can't make a living on it.
Yeah, well, once they took it off the TV, but I guess there's still the videos, but
not the same.
Not like it was, yeah. So as far as
So we got a call, right?
Yeah.
Pocket, so I'm gonna call it right here.
okay.
Ooh.
All right, could have been much worse for me.
So how's the races done? So if I'm a 6 or a 4, what would the race be?
It's a 5-3 race.
5-3, okay. So as a 4, you just need to make it the 3.
Yep, it's a race for me a 3 and a race for you to 5.
Okay, what about a 5?
Then it'd be a 4-3 race. Because I'm a 5, or I'm a 4. You're a 5.
So if you're a 5 and I'm a 6, what would the race be?
So 6-5 would be 5-4.
5-4, okay. Okay. And then 3, how many you gotta win?
Well, it would be 2.
2? And then if you're a 2, it's a 1?
No, basically the top goes up then. So
Okay.
then it'd be a 6-2. There's nothing less than a 2 race.
Okay.
Make it tough, make it tough. So as far as comparing the format, like as far as the broader sense, you know, like with APA, there's tries, and then there's cities and regionals and nationals. So with TAP, it's different in that at the end of this, we still have 3 sessions a year, so try. But at the end of each session, we don't do playoffs. Where you end is where you end.
Okay.
And first through third gets a spot guaranteed into Vegas Masters, and then and a wild card for every session. So, and then at the end of each session, we do a rally, which is more like an award ceremony type thing.
Right.
It's more just fun. It's a singles tournament.
And where do you usually hold that at? Here?
They vary.
Really?
I rotate.
I'm
Yeah.
going to call the 14.
Okay. I see what you were thinking.
It was nowhere close. Nowhere close.
Well, it was heading that way, maybe just a little bit harder. I don't know. Look at. All right, right there.
I had a whole bunch of questions. Now I go blank. Great.
Figured you'd be going blank.
Oh, it's $10 per week?
$10, yeah.
And what's the membership, yearly membership
20.
fee? 20? Okay, and I go online to do that?
I can send you a link. You can do it online, or you can do it, you know, in person. It doesn't really matter.
Okay.
We also do PayPal.
Cool.
Well. We'll try right there on the side. And we shoot.
I gotta bleep that out. You just cost me about 10 seconds.
Sorry.
The
More we talk about it, the more it'll be. Oh, making life interesting, aren't we?
That wasn't on purpose. Yeah, I just don't know how to play the patterns of 8-ball yet, or the safety, how the rules are. Because I know the better ones, the pros, they play very differently. Their patterns of play and safety and stuff like that.
All right, I'm gonna attempt to defense.
Let me ask you this, are you a solid 4?
No, I am actually a 3, but I moved myself up because I didn't want to hear anybody whining. Because I can shoot occasionally, I can shoot pretty well.
Well, everybody can. But
Right.
The difference between amateur and pro is consistency.
That's right. I agree with that 100%. Yeah, that's why people get real upset sometimes when a 3 can run a rack. Well, I can run a rack, you know, but I mean, I moved myself up to a 4, but really I'm a 3.
Do you think people here will have an issue with me recording the match?
I think it all depends on the particular person.
Right.
And also really how you approach it.
Right.
But you're a very personable guy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And most people are really pretty cool.
And I never embarrass anybody on these videos. You know, it's
Right.
just, it happens what happens. I mean, I get my ass handed to me all the time, and I still put it on.
Yeah,
there, you know?
yeah.
So.
I'm gonna play defense.
Okay.
Yeah, you'll find in this league that a lot more defenses.
Right.
And it doesn't go against you like it would, or it does in EPA. The handicapping is different. I mean, it's still part of the algorithm, but
Right.
it's not the same.
How hard is the scorekeeping for the 8-ball? What do you have to track?
Completions, misses, made on break, defense, left on table when it's all done. I mean, if you make the 8 on the break, there's a button for that. I mean, it's really just the basics.
Right.
Yeah. And it's all electronic. We'll go and record it.
So if that happens, you lose, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, that ball is, once it's down.
Okay, let me
it's
ask you
down.
this. What if you made this and you called the 8-ball?
Well, I can't call the 8 ball.
You can't call them both?
in two. Yeah, I can't call
Okay.
2 balls in 2 shots.
Okay.
So, This is tricky. I'm gonna try right here.
Got it.
And I'm gonna try really hard not to scratch. We'll see how that works. That's what I've been doing. All right, we got that one.
So you lost that one?
I lost. I scratched on the 8 ball.
Okay. How many weeks are there?
There's 15 weeks in a session. So that part's, I think, the same. I think we're going to get 16 weeks sometimes. 15 or 16.
I think it varies.
Yeah. Yeah, and you know, it depends on the holidays and all that stuff.
Right. We get holidays off, I'm sure.
Yeah, most of them. I mean, you know, like this year, or this last session, there was Halloween.
Halloween's a holiday?
Well, a lot of people, you know, want to be able to just play pool, and other people say, well, I have kids, you know, what were you thinking? So we learned that last year, so this year we took Halloween off. And I only had a couple of people complain, but last year when we didn't have it off, a lot of people complained. So we found that it's better to go ahead and have Halloween off.
Right.
So, but like when we do that, we also let, you know, you get the schedule at the beginning of the session. So if you know there's a date that's going to conflict, like Halloween, then just reschedule it. You know, you can reschedule it. And that's also a really nice thing about electronic scoring, is because you can take
So you have an app
you have an app.
we download to our phones?
Yes, and I'll help you with that.
Okay, awesome.
So it's open, right? Because you can read it.
I usually use my phone to video, so I have to use somebody else's app.
Yeah.
Somebody
So
else.
you know,
Is there a hand scoring if you don't?
There is, obviously, you know,
Nobody uses it
emergency.
though, right?
No one uses it, because somebody's always got a phone or a device or something. And to start you out, I can get you a device you can use.
And it's a lot easier using the
It is, because then you don't have to worry about
marking.
being on the phone
Right.
to, oh, like if it's your, yeah. So I'll try that.
That's cool.
Oh, sheesh. All right. That's first shot.
Still open?
Yep. Yeah, I just had one picture come up on my Facebook. You know how it always has that remember when, you know, photos and whatnot.
Right.
I got one that was from 9 years ago. And it was me with my APA team. We had won the
You play a PA here?
cities. I used to.
How long you been in Vegas?
I've been here since 76.
76, wow. Where were you from before that?
Washington State in England, because my dad's military. Oh, one quick thing that just came up.
Yeah.
So let's say that was your first shot.
Right.
It was where you wanted it, but you also scratched.
Right.
You're still stripes. Does that make
Okay,
sense?
gotcha.
Yeah,
Yep,
because
yep,
it's
yep.
where you wanted it.
Right.
And it goes down on the scoring as a completion.
Uh-huh.
And then you just click to the other person because you didn't
Okay.
actually miss.
And to solidify what you're gonna be, you could use stripe into solid and still good hit to do.
For right off the table, yes.
Yes. Okay.
Mhm.
All right.
The beginning, yes. Okay, let's see. I think with any league, it's really important to have accurate scoring. So it definitely is easy to score accurately, but someone has to be paying attention.
And I'm assuming the reason, usually I see 8-ball like you either win or you lose, right? But I'm assuming this accuracy is to know, kind of dictate what level you're gonna be, or
Exactly.
what you should be.
It's
Okay.
handicap pool, so gotta have the scores in right.
How long do you own this Las Vegas
2
tab?
years.
2 years?
Yeah, just 2 years. But before that, I mean, I've been playing in it for a while. I've been playing pool in this town since the 90s. So I played every league. So I have
ENEA,
insight,
all of it?
all of it. I have insight into all of it. I've gone to all the nationals. You know, for most of them are buy-in, you know, so that's nice. But
Takes you everywhere, you travel a lot. I see that.
yeah, well, tap. That's why Scott and I first started playing tap, was because we get to travel. It was like a forced vacation, and we get to do what we enjoy, which is cool. So we, let's see, I think in 2012, we went to Dallas, Texas, our team won. And that was a team with Jim Carmona and who else was on our team? Anyway, it was a great team. Donna Schwitters and Scott and I. And then the next year we won a trip to, where did we go? But ever since we played TAP, we've gotten a free trip every year. So, because there's so many opportunities. You can win a trip as a team, or you can win a trip as an individual in singles. So you get lots of opportunities. Okay. Ooh. All right. Better not miss now. Yeah, I feel like you really have to control the cue ball better to. I should probably not talk all the time. In 9-ball, you have to control the cue ball a little bit better, and I feel like I just have more options in 8-ball, and I also feel like it's less of a lucky game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree with that.
So I like a little bit more, you know. I guess we're going for the 2.
I think you did.
Oh yeah, if he was here for league last night. Was he here for league?
I don't know. He just showed up a little bit after right here.
Ooh, so close. Yeah, that's also a nice thing. Once you have the app, you can put in any name.
Right.
And it'll bring up. You can also see every score sheet you've ever, played on. So once you start getting some data in there, it's real nice. Because I'll show you some of my stats on the app. You can see how I did against the specific skill levels. So like how I did against 5s versus how I did against 2s, or how I did against 7s. Like it gives me that win-loss percentage on every handicap, if I want it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's really a lot of information. Oh, I got lucky.
Now, if I don't touch this ball, do I lose?
Nope, you just give me ball in hand.
Okay.
But if you touch it or don't touch it and the cue ball ends up in the pocket, then that's a loss. That's fine. Yep. Okay.
So if you scratch on the break, it's behind the line.
Right.
And then anywhere else is ball in hand anywhere.
That's right.
Okay.
Oh, that was terrible. Gosh. Can't seem to do how I see it in my head. Okay.
Hey, if I could do everything I see in my head, man, I'd be world champion.
Right? Okay. Well, I'm going to try the 3 right there.
Okay.
Worst case, maybe I'll leave it in the pocket and make it hard for you. No, I did not.
Sorry.
Okay.
And all you do is got to call pocket, right? That's it. And then no matter how it goes in, as long as it gets in there.
Mm-hmm. And so the actual rule is to mark the pocket unless you and your opponent agree that you can call it. So just, don't assume and it's okay to call the 8. I mean, and the thing about coaching is it really is a great tool to have in your toolbox.
Is there a time limit?
Yes.
Okay.
Of course. It's still a minute shot, a minute to shoot. And then if you have timeout, you get an extra minute. But like for unlimited coaching, it's during the actual shot time.
Right.
No extra. Yeah.
That's okay.
Oh yeah. I mean, obviously, if it's a 9-ball, you got to hit the 1 first. But
Yeah.
on 8-ball, just anywhere in the top
I could do that.
Could do that too. All right, so what's the score? 2-0?
2-0.
Oh, boy.
And you gave it to me.
Yes, I did give you one. Make that 3 ball. Yeah, so if I were to accidentally make a ball, like if I called the 3 and it went in the wrong pocket or whatever, it's a dead ball.
Right.
For scoring purposes. Okay, so I'm stripes. What a mess.
So is there anything else I need to know, or
Probably.
figure it out?
Well, once I get your roster down, I mean, I can send you the link for, you know, each of your players to go. If you want them on the roster the first night of play, then
Oh,
you need to.
here's a question. You got to play 5 people, 5 matches, and what per week, right?
So you're coming into Monday night, right?
Right.
Okay, so Monday's 8-ball only, and it's 5 matches. Yes. You can have up to 8 on the roster, same as.
But we don't need to have 8, right? Okay. And what if I only have 4 one week? What happens?
Then if it's no more than a couple times in a session out of 15 weeks, then you can play survivor, which basically means that, you know, one of you will play twice, but it's up to your opponents. They pick.
All right.
There's also another strategy called a burnout strategy, which isn't used very often, but usually somebody might use it one time out of a session, like out of a whole division,
What's
or
that?
out of the whole valley. One team might use it one time. So it's definitely not used very often, but it does come in kind of handy sometimes. And that's basically when you know you can't make numbers, because remember the total count is 25.
Right.
So if you know you can't make numbers, you've got 5 players, but you can't make numbers, or you've only got 4 players, and whatever the situation is. So you can do the burnout strategy, which is when your opponent puts up a player, you can say, well, we'll put up so-and-so who may or may not even, or who probably isn't there, and then obviously they get the win. So it's basically choosing your loss. So, like for instance, Trick 60 is a really good player.
Right.
Hardly anyone ever beats him. So he's a perfect candidate to do the burnout role against. So, like for instance, hey Gary.
Hey, what's up? How you doing?
Just hanging out. That's okay. All right. Okay, I need to get busy here. I got lots of balls.
What cue do you use?
I use a Lacoste.
Me too.
Oh yeah?
I had this for 27 years.
Oh shoot.
Yeah.
Oh, I can do that. Shoot, I might be in trouble now.
I don't have anything.
Yeah, I really like the quick disconnect.
Me too.
I mean,
Yep.
it's just really hard to give that
The,
up.
the
once
one
you
that's
have
really
it.
long, you're sitting there just screwing it in
Oh
all
my
day.
god, yeah. It just feels like it takes forever now. So, but I started with the McDermott, or yeah, McDermott.
Well,
It's got to hit a rail.
no. That's all I have.
All right. All right. Well, nobody said you're. I mean, you're definitely giving me chances. I just need to capitalize.
I don't play nowhere near like a 6. I know that.
But you're an 8.
Yeah, but that's a 9 ball.
Well,
Okay, I'll take a 6. I like playing more games anyways.
right.
Get to
Right.
play more. That is great that everybody gets paid. That's really good.
That everybody gets what?
Gets paid.
Yeah, it's really nice to be able to give it out too at the end. Honestly, I feel like it's what I'm doing is just kind of
Like, for
money
example,
laundering.
I think Monday nights you have 10 teams.
Yeah.
And out of the 10 teams, what team do you actually break even? At what place?
Good question. I'll have to look at the numbers. And I guess that's assuming that the same people pay.
Whatever the amount put in for that team is.
Right, it's $50. It's
$50
$10
a
match.
week. Right.
Yeah.
So, okay, let's say if you have 15 weeks, that's $750. At what place, like this past week, last night, what place did you have to get $750?
That's a good question. I have to look. I don't know the numbers off the top of my head. I only do it once every session.
Right.
But I do know a couple of numbers that are stuck in my head is Griff's. They have 10 teams. They have 10 teams of 8, 10 teams of 9 last session. And the team that won it both 8 and the 9 for the second time in a row. Anyway, so this last one that they won $2,200. So it was $1,100 for 8 ball, $1,100 for 9 ball, and then they got bonus cash of $100 each side. So actually $2,400.
Wow, that's pretty good.
So it's not bad, not bad.
Okay, so you guys have league. Las Vegas Tap has leagues Sunday through Friday. Only Saturday has no leagues.
Yeah,
No
and
games?
right now we don't have anything going on Sunday, but we will. We'll have Scotch doubles and ladies pick up again. But I'm waiting till after football.
Okay. So if you guys want to join, please call Tina. What's your number, Tina?
558-POOL.
558-POOL. 702-558-POOL. And what's your email? What's your website?
TapLasVegas.com.
You can see Tap Las Vegas. You could go down to the link below under the description under this video, and I'll have that there so you guys can click on it if you're interested. And if you want to come play with me, January 7th, and yeah,
Are you
we start
recruiting?
January 7th. Huh?
Are you recruiting?
I have one. I took one, John.
Yeah.
That was it.
Okay, well, it sounds like you got a strong one too. He'll be helpful.
Yeah, he's good.
The Monday division, the team that won it again this session has won it the last few sessions, so they're definitely, pretty good. But I also know that there's a new team coming in besides yours that's really solid.
I know who that is. I was playing with that guy yesterday.
Oh, jeez.
He's playing with me.
No, but at least I left it.
It's the shot. I know it's the shot. Okay.
Well, lucky for you, my ball's in the top spot. I ran into him the other day at the club. He's just not himself.
Yep.
There you go.
Are they tracking your innings and stuff like that?
Well, it's just by this, like it's not called innings, but that's what it is, basically, when you miss. So you have a team of 3s, but I presume you enjoy their company.
That's the reason. And you know what the thing is? First, I want to tell this to everybody, including the APA people. When I decided to leave, I didn't take my team out and drag them over here. I just said, hey, I was going to leave and I was going to look for a team to join. But my team are great. My people team great. We enjoy each other's company and we wanted to stick it together. So they all came with me. So now I don't have to look for a team to join.
Right. That's nice.
That's good. So you have another one coming in. So you'll have like 12, an even number. What happens if you have an odd number?
Well,
Somebody
and I
does a
try
buy?
really hard to fill it.
Fill it.
Because nobody likes buys.
Right.
Especially in this league, and the reason why is because we do pay out to last place. So if you just do the math, basically you're paying out more spots, but you're collecting less money. So it just doesn't make sense.
Right.
So I do my very best to try to fill in the buys.
See that, and the reason that and I think they all know that too, is the reason I left APA because I only get to play on Monday. And Monday on APA side in Las Vegas is kind of weak. There's not many players. So what happened, and they're not great, they're good players, don't get me wrong, they're good players, but they're not like really strong nines and stuff like that. So when I started shooting, I got to 8. It's hard to find a match. And at the same time, because they only have 5 teams, that we have a bye every 3 weeks.
Yeah.
So I don't get to play. I want to play every week.
Yeah.
I get a bye every 3 weeks, and then in between, there's teams where they only have 4s and 5s, so I can't match up. So I don't get to play. So I could have 2, 3, 4 weeks at a time where I don't shoot at all.
Oh yeah, that's hard. Yeah, and that's that kind of takes away from the commitment, you know.
And it does. And I started going down, and when I did get to shoot, I didn't really concentrate and things like that.
See the younger players have more opportunities to play here as well, as you know.
And you're doing the youth
We've done
league, right?
Let's see, we've done at least 6 junior tournaments. I'd like to do more. Good shot. But it's, you know, the last few, the same kids were showing up. Nobody knew, which is okay, except for it's not that big of a group. And really, I'm just doing it for the kids. So, you know, I tell them, I'm encouraging them, because they're 14, 15 years old. I'm like, go find some friends to play with. Find some other kids that want to, you know, because they're like, well, the same people.
Let me ask you, this league that I'm playing in now, is there age minimum? No? So anybody?
My daughter plays.
Oh, okay.
Sheesh, that's good. All right, I'm going to try to hit that 3 ball. Foul. Okay. Yeah, on Tuesdays and Fridays we do ACS sanction leagues. ACS is born out of the original Blue Congress of America. It's the nonprofit side. It's a well-ran organization. They do just tournaments, really. It's a $10 sanctioning fee, and then you get to play in the tournament that comes from the town. It's just a nice little break. That it's not handicapped, so it's definitely different. And we always hold a tournament for a free entry into the event, which is always in the Tropicana and always in March.
Oh, okay. I know which one that is. Tropicana.
You're on the hill.
Yeah.
All right, questions? Bring it on.
I got some, I'm thinking.
Nice. It's very pretty.
Thank you.
Hello. Hi. I'm good. Yeah. Okay, well, I'm at Mickey's right now talking with Kenny, and then eat in a little bit. Okay? Okay. I just have too many things going on, I think.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, by the way, Tina and Scott, they have a t-shirt company, and it's called Scotty Tees.
Scott Speedy Tees.
Scott Speedy Tees, and you can find that out at scottspeedytees.com. Right?
Yep. What do you do about this business? Mess.
me the truth. One question. Do you ever get bored of pool?
It's always a different puzzle, you know? It's always different. I mean, I probably get bored of certain things about the pool, but the actual game, well, I don't know. You know, I'm not much of a drill.
Do you have to like sometimes motivate yourself to shoot pool, or sometimes you're like, oh, I'm burnt out? Have you ever been burnt out?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't call it burnout, but yeah, I've definitely been like, you know what, I don't need to play this week, or,
Right.
you know?
Right.
But I don't know if I'd call it burnout. I really don't know what to do here because, crap. All right, defense.
That'll work.
All right. And that's another thing, I'd like to get a big table league going. Had a lot of requests for that. So, definitely something I'm very open to, either here or Q Club. And I've also had some requests for 9-ball, so we might do a 9-ball big table.
This league's got to keep you pretty busy.
Yes, it does. In fact, I'm actually getting some help.
Good.
Yeah. So I'll try the 11 right there. Oh, this, shoot. I had it perfect too. I had it all planned out. Good leave.
Thank you.
Was it a defense?
No, it was not. It was not on purpose.
Right. Mess with it. Let's try it over there.
Nice shot.
It's gonna go too far.
No, you're good. You're gonna come off the rail. Good.
I have to.
You're good.
I have to. I'm gonna take a peek over here.
Nice shot. Get around there.
Yay! Maybe I'll get off the schneid right here. A little bit more would have been okay.
Nice shot.
Hallelujah! It gets coming.
On the board. Where's Nationals next year? This coming year?
Biloxi, Mississippi. It's at a Boyd property.
Oh yeah. I know Boy Company very well. I've been retired for about 7 years now. And before that, did I ever tell you what I used to do?
Yeah, I think so. Did you help app develop or something?
Yep, I
Yeah.
used to help develop, design, and run casinos.
Nice.
When you start, is it a coin flip or is it a lag?
So you lag.
Lag? Shot. Stroke.
I feel like I should be a lot better than I am considering how long I've been playing. But I really don't practice, I just play. You
Yeah.
know, I don't do drills or anything like
You know, and that makes the whole difference. You know, the mentality, the focus.
Right, yeah, I enjoy the game,
Yes.
I do. And I'm a competitor too, I like to compete.
Oh, me too. I hate to lose. Some stripes.
since I've had TAP, one of the things that I've really, really kind of focused on is kind of building family within our community. Because we really are anyway. It was just, it's really just about highlighting that. And so I really support small business and want people that have things like that to share it within our community. Because I know personally I would rather buy something from somebody I know than Walmart or whatever. If it's something, well, especially like gifts. Or,
You like to support the locals.
I do.
Yeah.
I do. Because I'm a local business.
I get it.
It just makes sense.
Yep. Oh, I get it.
All right, so I am solids.
Wow. Oh, thought you had it. Thought you had it. So all I do is call 13. I can hit the 15 first, right? And don't matter, as long as the 13 goes in. Okay. 11 ball.
Dead ball?
That was your ball.
Oh, dead ball.
So that is a dead ball?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, come on. Yeah, really big in Pennsylvania area and, that region, because that's where they started about 24 years ago. And they've been doing the Super Billiards Expo for the last 23 years, I think. So this year will be 24.
Wait, TAP is the one that throws the Super Billiard Expo?
Yeah, so the Super Billiards Expo is a, it's a semi-pro, pro event with TAP. So, it's in conjunction with Alan Hopkins.
Right.
So Alan Hopkins and the founder of TAP, which is now deceased, Lloyd Chanter, I believe were buddies. And they created this monster together. Lloyd's passed on now, I think it's the 4th year. So, TAP took a huge hit when he died, because he handled everything. He was the go-to guy. But his family still has been running it, and there's, been a big learning curve, but they're getting back with it. And, the nationals just keep running smoother and smoother, so that's good. Ooh, nice.
All you.
Well, I'm gonna try it. Looks good to me. There you go. Good match.
Good game.
Kick my butt.
Thank you so much,
Sorry,
Tina,
man.
for all the information. I'll do all the paperwork, whatever we need to do.
Yeah,
And
let's do it.
and again, if you guys want to sign up and play some TAP in Las Vegas, go down to under this video, the description below. I'll have a link. Thanks, everybody. I'll talk to you guys later.
Bye.